All right, a lot of you have asked about mock scrapes, so I'm going to explain a little bit about mock scrapes that we run. This scrape has been open all year round, and we've been running a trail camera behind it. But I always go through and I break up the dirt first in my mock scrape so that there's fresh earth. In there. As we know, the deer come in and they'll scrape on in through there. And before I leave, I'll put some Smokey's pre-digital lure in there, which I'll show you here in just 1 minute. So that is our first step in creating our mock scrape. If you use an existing scrape, that's great. If not, you can just make your own. You're looking for some low-hanging branches that we'll get into here in just a second, and a place to hang some different things as well. So we'll get into step 2 here in just 1 second. All right, one of the next things I like to do, step 2, is I like to use the buck cage. With the buck cage, you put a 1/2 ounce of lure in it. You drop your buck cage in there and let it sit overnight, and the polymer beads inside will soak up the lure. What I'm using for my mock scrape to get the deer here is I have a young buck lure from Nature's Essence I'm going to use. You don't even need to touch the buck cage. You just simply slide it on, okay, and slide it down the branch, okay, and then take it out of the canister, and your buck cage is ready to go with your buck lure in there. So that is step 2 of creating mock scrape. All right, my next step is really important. You want to create a licking branch, and here's my licking branch. And use a set of pliers, whatever you want, and you want to mash up the end of your licking branch and expose, and you can even take some of the bark off and strip the bark off, which I like to do. But you want this licking branch, okay, to be about at eye level for the deer so they can come down and take it. So here's our licking branch. You can see it's flattened out. I want to expose those fibers because it's going to hold our liquid scent. Now, what we're using, and what I like to use, is Smokey's pre-orbital lure. The labels faded a little bit, but smokeysdeerlure.com. This is a pre-orbital lure, and it's an oil-based lure. It comes directly from the deer, but there's a stopper in here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill the stopper up, and I'm going to slowly drip it onto the licking branch so it soaks in. I'm going to use a stopper full. And this is basically introducing a new deer into your area. Since the pre-orbital, it comes from the gland in the eye, all right, and the deer are going to reach up there. They'll chew on this stick, and they'll get their eye in there. But this lure is formulated so that you're basically introducing a new buck, okay, into your area. All right, now the last step of this is very important. I also use Smokey's interdigital gland lure. Again, you can get it at smokeysdeerlures.com. And what you want to do is put this in here in your mock scrape. Again, you have the pre-orbital on the licking branch. Now you're putting the gland from in between the deer's foot in the dirt as well. And you're going to create 2 little spots like a deer has stood in here. Okay, with it's both front feet and has put its scent in there. So that's the next step to this mock scrape setup. All right, so the very last part of this is taking care of your trail camera. I like to put my trail camera about 3.5, 4 feet tall, and it's facing right towards the mock scrape. As you can see, the whole time I've been working with this, on the one hand I've been wearing a rubber glove not to make sure I'm leaving any scent anywhere. So I have my trail camera programmed for right now to take pictures. Later on in the year I'll have it set up to take high definition video, but this will be a great way for me to start getting a view of all the different bucks that are going to hit the scrape, does, everything as well. We have this mock scrape on a main trail that goes through a few different areas. We have food, we have bedding, everything else. So our camera's set and we're ready to go, and we'll check back in to show you what we have on our camera.